I see them coming out in numbers. It's like they coming for the kill. Possessive, can I get your number? Like it is you that's at my will. The likes of the snaky little numbers. The lover killers at your door. These bitches got another one coming. 'Cause they ain't got nothing on me. Yes, they ain't got nothing on you. Yes, they ain't got nothing on me. Ooh, 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 Desire breeds its ugly fashion. Can I really get you now? This ain't no game that I am playing. Let it play out, let it play out. These bitches got another one coming. 'Cause they ain't got nothing on me. No, they ain't got nothing on you. No, they ain't got nothing on me. No, they ain't got nothing on me.
Welcome everybody to Kick the Media. This is your host, Josh Jaco. We also got a co-host in the house.
Kamar Start.
You know, I realized I should probably start saying phone tag news instead of Kick the Media. I think since that is the show.
Yeah.
So today is episode 18th. WinCity takes L's. So how's your day going so far?
It's going alright, it's Saturday.
A beautiful Saturday day. The sun's shining. I know I went to the gym this morning and did my daily workout. How about yourself?
No, not me. Just overslept. I've been sleeping lately. I've been slacking on the gym.
Hey, we all have to sleep at some points in time. So hopefully everybody enjoyed their week. I know I had a fun week last week for 420 since it is over. But you know what? It is around the corner almost. We got 710 coming up, which my co-host over here asked me what 710 even stood for.
710?
Yeah, 710.
Oh, that Saturday thing you told me about?
The oil thing?
Oh, the oil thing? Yeah, I didn't know that either.
So, with that being said, we are going to move on to our first topic. So, if you guys don't member.
They got a new funding for the school so teachers don't get fired.
Oh, so if you guys are aware, last week there was a couple parks in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, that were set on fire by some kids. I did have the link. Oh, there it is. So from what I've understood from CTV, Windsor has reported there was damage estimated at $43,000 after 2 playground fires. It turns out that the damage was extensive after 2 playground fires in Windsor. City officials have estimated the damages to the playground equipment on Dawson Road at Francis Court Park at more than $43,000.
It's a lot of freaking money damage.
It's a lot of money.
For a park too, yo. So I don't know, they must have gasoline that and torch the park to get so much damage, you know what I mean? Well, I know like the rubber, because then you didn't stand no more. So they had they had to burn the rubber for the fire to ignite. You know what I mean? Because you can't just burn the plastic, slide and stuff, because that plastic is so thick.
Yeah.
But it's easy for you to burn that rubber. See that they could have taken all the sand out, so that rubber is easy to set on fire. You know what I mean? It's flammable.
It was a little that he could have added. But this fire did happen back on April 10th. Fire officials did extinguish the flames quickly to minimize the damages. However, the Windsor corporate leader for Parks and Recreation Culture facility, Jan Wilson, says that the repairs will begin soon. She adds that they are expected to take up to 6 weeks to complete. The playground on Dawson Road had just been installed last year. A 15-year-old Windsor boy, has been charged with 2 counts of arson.
A 15-year-old Windsor boy.
He should get... Personally, the judge should trial him as an adult. I don't know if that's possible.
Never. For what? This would be a kid. You just being a reckless kid and it went too far. That's all it was.
$43,000.
It went too far.
That's
Remember,
coming out of tax.
You start a fire, and if you don't control it, it's gonna spread. So they just started the fire, it spread, and they ran. You get what I'm saying? They're being kids, but at the same time, what they did was dumb. You know what I mean? I don't know how their mind went to that. Say, let's burn this park up that we playing every day. Let's burn this park up. You know what I mean? Let's get a little excitement in their life. Yeah. I don't know how they come along that, but to try them as an adult that'll be a whole other ball game. Like a whole other ball game.
Okay. But I still believe it was wrong.
Oh, damn straight it was wrong. It was stupid. So, they must have been haunted that day to do that.
But we can move on to other topics here. So if you guys are aware that we recently just got past 420, and so the Ontario government, from my understanding, has become the first province to demand pharmacists to complete an educational course on cannabis.
Say it again? What? Pharmacists, people that sell the weed?
So, Ontario becomes the first province to demand pharmacists to complete a cannabis education course, as reported by the CBC. The Ontario College of Physicians has made cannabis education mandatory in the wake of legalization and anticipation of legal edibles set to arrive this fall.
So, the people that are working in pharmacies...
Correct.
Have to take a course to sell marijuana in the store?
Well, no. So, shoppers, if you've ever heard, or already signed an agreement with one of the big licensed producers out there, as of right now, it's just to sell cannabis through their online portal. But their goal is basically to have the pharmacist dispensing it for medical needs to medical patients at the pharmacy. Now, what the provincial government has done has made it mandated. So, for example, the drug where you went to go see the doctor on the corner over there, or where I go on the corner, you know how there's that little pharmacy in there?
Yeah.
So that pharmacy needs to go through a cannabis education course just to be trained, because it makes sense, right? So let's say, I'm going to use this as a perfectly good example because I sent you, I'm not going to mention the person's name, but I sent you a link earlier today with that female who was kind of needed to be on certain types of medication, let's just say, right? Because she was either bipolar or schizophrenic or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Let's say if she were to consume cannabis and she was on other types of med, maybe that cannabis may have a reaction to the types of medication she's on, right? You have to know that too. It's just like with alcohol, the same thing. Don't mix alcohol and weed at the same time because it's not med, right? Now, Ontario is the only province that requires this course. And, as well, too, since we are kind of on the topic, did you know that there were 11 Ontario cannabis stores that have been fined $12,500 for not being open yet?
No, that's crazy.
And if they're not open in 3 days, they also get fined more.
If they're not open?
Yeah.
In 3 days?
Yep. They get fined, I think, $35,000.
If they don't open the store?
Here, let me find the details on that, since we are on this cannabis topic. But you know what? So let's go back and let's finish the pharmacists. I think it's a good thing for pharmacists to be educated on cannabis. But the question is how are they being educated?
Yeah.
Because right now the government, for example, for edibles, they want only 10 milligrams gummies. Like, they don't want 100 or 500. For somebody who is a connoisseur or a medical patient who consumes a lot of cannabis, like me or you, 10 milligrams gummy is going to do what?
That's nothing. What's that doing? That's nothing.
Now, 100 or 500, yes, I can understand that. But it's just like anything. It's just like with alcohol, right? You don't go drink a whole case your first time, right? You have one beer and see how you feel, and then maybe move on to a second one.
Yeah.
Same thing with edibles. It's not rocket science, people. That's just my take on that. What do you think?
It's just weird, man. 10 milligrams is like basically, it's nothing. You're not even getting your money worth. You know what I mean? Like, you can go buy that and not get the feeling that you want to get. You know, it's not going to help you and your pain, whatever. Nothing you're eating edible is supposed to help you. It's not like you're just going to go buy candy. I could go buy candy at a regular store. You know what I mean? That's basically what I'm doing. I'm going to buy candy from a marijuana store and get no THC in it. So I'm basically buying expensive fucking candy. You know what I mean? It makes no sense.
That's tax out of the wazoo.
Like, stupidness, yo. Like, how you get? I can't remember.
But yeah, so in all, 11 pot retailers have been fined $12,500 because they weren't open by April 15th. However, though, the agency says it has drawn down on letters of credit submitted by the licenses for some second time, taking $12,500 from the $50,000 initial provided. So in order to order, they had to put $50,000 from what I'm understanding. I believe there is another fine. I just, for some reason, I can't see it. But yeah, there is another fine if they're not open by the 30th.
That's 35,000. You said.
I believe so. And as well too, since we are on the cannabis topic, which eventually we will move on to this, I was going through Yahoo earlier today, and I noticed that Canadian marijuana sales have declined 2 straight months in a row. So I decided to open it up and get some information. And as posted, the legalization of marijuana is expected to lead one of the strongest long-term growth trends we've seen in a generation. Having registered global sales of $12.2 billion, not million,
Damn.
$1 billion in 2018, the cannabis industry is expected to grow revenue of 38% in 2019. To that, $16.9 billion and practically double worldwide sales again in 2022. So they're estimating in 2022, it's actually going to be more than $31 billion.
Wow.
So the market's going to triple.
That's gonna be, yo.
But with that being said, with legalization and everything, cannabis pot sales are tumbling. If you guys are aware, back in here, it was a glimpse of roughly what the revenue was made back in October of legal recreational sales. So this is not including medical or black market. This is just legal recreational sales. Back in October, they estimated about $53 million Canadian. November, they made $53 million. December, they made $57 million. Then, for some reason, come January, they made $54. And then come February, they actually lost, and it went down to $49. So it's 13% lower than what it was in December. It's just going to be interesting to see how this all turns out.
That's crazy, man. It seems like since marijuana came in effect and it's legal now and everything, it seems like a lot of stuff has happened ever since marijuana became legal, yo.
I'm not gonna lie, man, all this marijuana talk and cannabis talk is making me hungry right now. But with that being said, I have tried this meat. It's called Beyond Meat, and W actually now has it.
You try what?
It's called Beyond Meat.
Beyond Meat? Like M-E?
No, so Beyond Meat.
What kind of meat is it?
It's vegetarian. Or vegan. Vegetable-based burger.
Oh,
So,
I already had that before.
have you?
Yeah, it's